What is going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and thank you very much for tuning back into my mobile gaming quest where I document playing a brand new mobile game every single day. And today, we're gonna have a first impressions look at Darkness Rises, which is a fantasy RPG from Nexon. Yes, this is another game from Nexon. They are pumping out games these days. So what we're looking at here is a RPG with 4 gender-locked classes to pick from, and some awesome combat. Just look at this here, guys. It's honestly best compared to Honkai Impact 3rd, I feel, in that it's super flashy and has some awesome slow-mo animations. Just look at this. Look at that right there, right? That looks just totally badass, and that is even with the auto system on, but more about that auto system later on. Even running just looks awesome. Look at this, guys. I'm really loving the combat in this game, and the combat was definitely what dragged me into the game in the first place as well. I guess that, and then the story missions, which aren't actually that bad for once. And yes, they do have an English voiceover for once as well. Many of these games tend to only have their Korean or Chinese or maybe the Japanese voiceover, but this time, we actually have an English one, and that's, of course, very much appreciated. As for the actual attacks, if I can just turn off the auto combat here for 1 sec, we have our normal attacks over here, which is the big button. We can hold it down or we can tap it to use those normal attacks. And then we have a bunch of different skills, and those skills can even use combos if we trigger them correctly. So let's have a look at this, guys. Let's use this one right now, and then right there. Did you guys see that? You kind of had to look at just the right moment there, but we had just maybe 1 or 2 seconds where we could tap the skill button again, and that would give us an opportunity to actually use another skill. So that was a triggered combo skill, and that's really cool. That's really nice to see. That's something a bit different from most other of these types of action RPG games here. Another difference from most other of those types of games is that we actually get to, or have to, choose which skills we want to take with us, and then we can go in and level up those skills using some skill points. We're going to go into all of those different systems actually now that we have won this match here. The last and very important skill to use, of course, is the evade button. I can just quickly use it right there, as you guys saw just before the match ended here. The evade button is going to be really, really important later on in the game, so definitely remember to use that one. It's really what's going to make the difference between winning or losing some of these matches here. So let's just get into some of the many different systems in this game, because there are a lot of them, but if you are used to playing these types of gacha-like RPG games, then you will know all about them already. Be aware, by the way, that there is a 900 megabyte additional download when you first check out this game here. So one of the systems is that we can level up our characters' traits or stats here. You guys can see that we just finished raising all of them actually, which means perfect timing here. We can raise max level, it seems. Oh, would you look at that? That looks really awesome. So now we can go in and actually level them up all over again. So we can enhance the basic stats of our characters. That seems a bit... I mean, I don't know why we even have that in there, because why couldn't he just become stronger as we level him up? Not sure why that's in there. It seems kind of useless to have it in there, but of course, because it's here, we have to go in and upgrade our character every once in a while. But then we have gear over here, and this is just all the typical stuff we can go in and enhance, and by enhancing one weapon, we can sort of destroy other weapons. And let's just do that right now, and as you guys can see, we get a stronger new main weapon here. It added, what did it add? A bit more attack, I think that was it. So we do the same for our equipment over here. We can enhance it by destroying some other types of equipment. All the usual stuff, guys, and there's lots of this in here. I'm gonna go and let you guys explore that for yourselves, just because there are so many different systems. We have the skill systems over here. I want to quickly show you that instead, where we can actually have different skills for PvE, for co-op, and then for dual PvP and team PvP, and that's interesting. So I'm really looking forward to unlocking the PvP in this game, because I know for a fact that it's actually a real-time multiplayer. At least so I've heard from other players, so I'm really looking forward to getting into that myself. For now though, we just gotta keep going through these chapters here, and then every once in a while we can go in and play another story mission, and then we play more of these other types of missions just in between, and they do get a bit repetitive over time, and I think that's where the auto system just comes in. You guys can see that I just turned on the auto system here. It will automatically run towards the enemies, it will automatically use skills, all the usual auto stuff is in here. I would recommend not playing with it on, because the combat is just so great. Many times we have auto systems in games where I guess it actually does make sense to have an auto system, I guess, because the combat is so boring. But what's so interesting about this game is that the combat is actually fun in and of itself. It's fun trying to avoid these enemies here. It's fun using all the different attacks and all the different combos that you can trigger, and then these special attacks here that appear just every once in a while that actually triggers a little cutscene, as you guys saw before. it's really fun to trigger those, it's really fun to play the game, but it does become a bit repetitive, and that's why I do understand why the developers chose to add an auto system in here, just for those of you, or for those of us, who might want to just skip ahead a few levels. You can do that by just turning it on for just a few levels. I feel like we do have a bit of an overload of different things to do in this game though. Want to get back to the menu again, I can show you guys once more. All the red dots indicate that we have something we can do, something new we can do, such as something we have to upgrade, something we have to enhance, a new skill that we've completed, something along the lines of that. Sorry, did I say skill? I mean a new quest that we've completed, of course. Something along the lines of that. And it's just, it's to the point where it's maybe even too much for some of you guys. I guess they're trying to give us so much stuff for free that they want to attempt to make us forget that there's actually an energy system in here as well, because yes, there is an energy system. It's just very, very easy to forget because we get so much energy for free all the time, so we've never really even felt that it's in here yet. So as you guys can see, lots of stuff to do. We can go in and complete these weekly missions here. We can, let's go back here, we can go in and do achievements. So let's complete a few of these. Let's claim the prizes real quick. And let's see if we can get some awesome gear from some of these. That would be really, really great. And then, of course, we also have daily quests and we have main quests. And that was just a quest, right? And you can see there are 2 empty slots here, which makes me think the developers are probably gonna add even more stuff there in the future. As for the monetization of the game, by the way, of course, we are sold these gems here for real-life money, and we can use those to acquire more easily some of the better gear. And that's, of course, also why the PvP aspect of the game does become a bit pay to win, because there's so much, as you guys can see in here, there's so much we can acquire if we want to spend real-life money on the game. And yes, the game is fairly fair. I mean, it does give us a decent amount of the premium currency for free, but of course, it only just gives us enough to sort of get the idea of what we're missing out on, and then we do have to go in and spend real-life money if we want to get more of that good stuff. That's all the typical gacha RPG stuff. I guess that's just how gacha games or RPG games are made these days. Guys, fingers crossed we get something awesome here. Let's have a look. No, it's not better than what we have already. We weren't that lucky there. Let's go in here at the end to just a single co-op mission, because the co-op missions are actually kind of interesting, as opposed to most other co-op missions in most other games. They're rather boring. It's basically just a single player mission, but now played with another player. But in this game, we have so many different mini objectives within a co-op mission, and they are very, very difficult to complete, actually. And while you can definitely complete one of these matches here with the auto system on, I would say if you want to complete all the different mini missions or mini objectives, as you guys can see, they are called bonus objectives, actually. I realize that now. Then you definitely need to play without the auto system on, otherwise you're just not gonna complete them. And that's nice, because it means that a skilled player will get higher rewards from playing these matches here. And I'm, of course, really, really liking that. What is it? We have to kill more monsters with our skills. We failed that one, as you guys could see. I didn't get to read it before, but we failed it. Kill 4 or more monsters with skills. Okay, so let's make sure to get it properly done this time, guys. So we can... Yes, we got 1 so far. I think this counts as another one, doesn't it? It actually didn't count as 1. I think it's because the player we are playing with actually deals way too much damage. There we go, though. We got 4 monsters with our skills. Alright, so now we just have to defeat all the different types of enemies. What is the next objective? Let's have a look. The next objective is to capture a weapon to defeat all enemies. And there's a bonus, which is get more than 10 kills within 40 seconds. That could prove to be a bit difficult. Let's have a look at this, guys. Alright, I guess it's the player we're playing with that is going to take the weapon there. Yes, so we just have to help our friendly ally over there. I'm having my doubts, by the way, as to whether or not this is actually another player playing in real time right now. I don't think it is. Would be nice if it is, but I don't think it is. I have heard, though, as I said, that the PvP is actually going to be real time. So I guess it makes sense that this could be real time as well. But the matchmaking was just so insanely fast that I'm really having my doubts. What do you guys think about that? Do let me know in the comment section down below. What's your guess? Have you played the game? Have you sort of experienced something that made you realize that, hey, this is another player, or this actually isn't a true other player playing right now? This is just a bot we're playing with. I'll be curious to hear from you guys down in the comment section down below as we finish off this match here. So thank you so much for sticking around till the end of this video. I really hope you appreciate it. I hope you're going to enjoy the game if you do decide to check it out for yourselves, because it is out both on Android and iOS at this point. So guys, leave a like if you like this video, leave a like if you want to support the channel, I guess. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, because I cover a new mobile game every single day from Monday till Friday. Be sure to leave your favorite mobile game recommendations down in the comment section as well, because I always look forward to finding new recommendations from you guys, and it's also awesome just to be able to suggest great games to each other, I think. So let's get down there to the comment section and let's make all of that happen. And until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.